All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another Livewire Sports Media, another edition of Livewire Sports Media. This is your Sunday stroll. Um, I I was trying my best to stay away from this topic, but it was kind of hard not to, because I usually before I even jump on topics like this, I usually do a lot of researching and kind of like try to understand it a little bit more before I even put something together for y'all. But I definitely want to talk about Brittney Griner. Now, we could go down the history, down the whole history of Brittney Griner, but I don't even want to waste y'all time on it. So I was at the game Thursday, in Atlanta. Now, for where I was sitting, if I was closer, I would have probably see a little bit more. But the comment got traction. Now, the video has been circulating a lot lately about her distinguish between calling Caitlin Clark a effing white girl or calling the ref the calls on her getting fouled for her sixth foul out effing whack call. Now this video evidence, you could decipher it, you could whatever. Only Brittney Griner knows, but a lot of us pretty much went to the ladder of saying effing white girl. Now you could look at it. Brittney Griner does talk pretty like she has a spit or tongue in her way in her mouth. But anyway, I'm not making excuses for her because that's not it. That's not the case. What I'm saying, the WNBA has an issue that they don't even want to correct, and this is not. Oh, it's not about so much Brittney Griner what she said. It's the actions of the situation because yesterday she attacked it referees. She literally attacked the referees. She was supposed to do a halftime interview. She left the interview, went over to the referees, started talking to the referees and cussing them out and everything. They then came back into the camera and said, "Oh well, my apologies." This is why people have a hard time accepting the WNBA or watching the WNBA because of stuff like this because there's no control. I mean, NBA, NBA players do some stuff too, but there's some kind of control there. And the WNBA does not have control of none of its players. They don't punish their players. They don't sanction their players. They don't do nothing to the coaches. They don't fine nobody. They don't do anything. But soon as Caitlin Clark did what and her Angel Reese got into it, they they went out and launched a whole investigation that we still haven't heard from yet. And it's crazy because the fact of the matter is that Caitlin Clark didn't do nothing but gave Angel Reese a hard foul. But as soon as Angel Reese jumped up and wanted to fight Caitlin Clark, because quote unquote supposedly, allegedly, there's supposed to have been some racist slurs out there. But you have a person completely on camera, literally saying it to one of the top superstar in here that is the reason why half of us is watching the WNBA. And you ain't launched no investigation. You ain't find her or nothing like that. Let alone her actions towards the referees. So I'm gonna show you something real quick.
Or the ticky-tack fouls that we were talking about earlier today.
Now, from that angle, it's yeah, she's she pretty much say effing white girl. But then you look at it again, you can say white call. Some people going with either or. I'm gonna take the or. I'm gonna take the first option. She's saying effing white girl to Caitlin Clark after she did this to Caitlin Clark. She gave Caitlin Clark an elbow to the face. And some people say Caitlin Clark embellished that that foul. Now, if you giving a screen, why would you need to extend your elbow out? Why? Why would you need to extend your elbow out? This ain't the first time Brittney Griner did something to Caitlin Clark. Last year, she face guarded her, put her whole hand in her face. Now, her whole hand literally fit over Caitlin Clark's full face. So this one in the game, now we already know the game was physical because Ryan Howard was hands on her. Now, if you look in the rule book in the WNBA, there's no hand checking at all. None whatsoever. No hand checking at all. But they was allowed to do this to Caitlin Clark. It's like it's like they trying to continue to send a example to Caitlin Clark. Like this is our league. You only here to exist. You going to abide by the rules. We don't care how good you are. You're not gonna be that good under our watch. That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. And we continue to sit here and root for the team, root for Caitlin Clark, and hoping something that change. The only thing that's going to change if you get rid of the commissioner because she's allowing this. We just seen all of these bad calls. Over 20 calls went the New York Liberty way. Yeah, the Indiana Fever still had a chance to win the game. Yeah, the Indiana Fever should have played better. But when you have to overcome so much, it takes a toll on you. We see it in football a lot. Seen this in football a lot with bad calls, calls favoring another team. Yeah, sometimes a team wins the game. And please do not tell me that games not are not being bet on and games are not being rigged. I do not want to hear that. I don't want to hear it at all because the fact of the matter is games do be bet on. Games do be rigged. Yeah, teams do overcome and win games, but there are certain calls that goes in the game to sway one way or the other to help a team. You're not gonna tell me that. I watch too many sports. I'm too seasoned in the game to not understand this. When you have betting sports books out there and people betting on games, when you have players out here betting on their own team to lose or to win game lose games, throw games, come on. It don't take a rocket science to know that. But anyway, then you got Brittney Griner doing this number right here.
By Autumn Johnson.
BG, right now you have 10 points, 5 rebounds. We see the Atlanta Dream as being very... Right now she's talking to the refs about holding. We're going to send it back to you guys.
So, if y'all didn't catch that, she told the referee she called all her fouls. So what that's supposed to mean? You literally tell the referee what's a foul for you and what's not a foul for you? See what I'm saying? But the WNBA doesn't do anything to her. This ain't the first time. Brittney Griner has a slew of incidents dating back in this league. Wanted to fight players and everything. She think because she's 6'9", she could intimidate everybody. That's what it is. She used her height as an intimidation in the league. She tries to intimidate the referees. She tried to intimidate certain players on the court. You know what I'm saying? But the league is not gonna step in. Heck, the WNBA PA ain't gonna step in because Nika Doom, they probably scared of her. But somebody has to step in and say, hey, enough is enough. Clean up your act. But they would so welcome her back when she was locked up overseas. They would so welcome her back in the league. And guess what? Now she's showing who she really is. See, these people are so jealous of Caitlin Clark till it don't even make no sense. Instead of say, hey, you know what? She's great for the league. She's great for, to do what she does. Some people say it, some people don't. Brittney Griner is what, 34, 35 years old. She's honestly, she's washed up. She's a washed up player. The only thing she got for her is height. And the only way she could really impact a game is fouling. Why would you want to set a screen on somebody that's way smaller than you? I watched the game Thursday. She literally puts her she put her body in the screen and turns it. She got called for that twice, I believe, in the game. Then you literally extended your elbow out towards Caitlin Clark so she could run into your face. Yeah, Caitlin, if Caitlin did a Bellinger, you know what? Is the right way to do it because you shouldn't have extended your elbow. If you send a screen, you slide with your body. She took her elbow and extended out to hit Caitlin in her face. And you can't tell me that these players is not trying to target her in some form of fashion. I was surprised that Brianna Stewart checked on her after she fouled her, which that should have been a foul yesterday. It's like the Indiana Fever, media did a great job putting out their promo, but now it's like they have a big target on their back. It's like nobody wants them to win. Nobody wants to win a championship. Nobody wants this team to succeed. Now, somebody said something very interesting is that they don't want they want to diminish the viewership of Caitlin Clark, but you can't. The only way that's going to happen if she got injured and she's not playing for the rest of the season in the viewership because they want to be able to negotiate the CBA better. See, they don't have a leg to negotiate the CBA because Caitlin Clark's popularity. But see, these players in the leagues are so stupid. Why would you want to go out and hurt somebody that's going to help y'all get more money? Because guess what? If you end up hurting her and she can't play for the rest of the season, and viewerships dramatically drop and people turn off and not want to watch the W or some of the games, guess what's going to happen? You don't have no leverage in the CBA, and the owner's going to win, and they're going to say, well, you know what? Hey, y'all viewership was up in 4 games in the season, and it dropped dramatically. It dipped dramatically because guess what? Caitlin Clark ain't playing, so nobody's want to watch. Seats going to be empty. Ticket sales going to be $2. So therefore, but these players are so dumb, they continue to hurt themselves because they don't have the the logic of a brain cell to think clearly. They think with emotion, and they continue to allow their emotion to be fueled by their own hatred. See, to me, I feel like some of these players don't even like their own self. They don't like who they are. So therefore, they want to, spew hatred on others because they don't like who they are. You in a professional sport, and you don't even treat it like a professional sport. You treat it more like a UFC fight. You treat it more like WWE. What's going on in W is bad for business. And if I was the owners, I would tell them, I will tell the league, clean it up, or we pulling out. I don't care how you get money to fund it from this point. You clean it up, or we pulling out. Nobody wants to see money being invested continue to whittle down the drain. Nobody wants to see that. And then you got somebody like Brittney Griner that really shouldn't even be in the league at all. She's washed up past her prime. She's not a good basketball player no more. She's there to take up space. She doesn't really rebound. She doesn't score points like that. As big as she is, she can't even score 20 points a game. She can't even get a double double a game. 6'9" ain't trash. To be honest with you, she's 6'9" and trash. She can't even get double double. And the league continue to allow her to get away with this stuff. There's no way in the world that she should say this
Are the
on air.
ticky-tack fouls that we were talking about earlier today?
And the announcer talking about was the ticky tack fouls, but they ain't dressed what she said. They looking right at her what she's saying. She she said what she said, but nobody's gonna question her on it. Then she rolls up on a referee, checking the referee. But you want to launch an investigation into some screaming noise, which the same noise was in the Atlanta game yesterday when Alicia Gray was at the line shooting free throws. The same noise. But then you want to launch an investigation into the Indiana Fever because of the fact the matter is Angel Reese got booed because she can't play basketball because she got fouled hard. Caitlin Clark made the same play yesterday. The same play yesterday. And guess what? The player didn't even react that same way. We already see what the double standards is. We already see that everything is piled up against the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White. And that's why I say that all of this backlash for Stephanie White is unnecessary. But I will have another video dropping later on tonight, this afternoon, about that, about Stephanie White and unfair criticism of her. But this right here with Brittney Griner needs to stop. The league needs to step in about it because this ain't gonna be the last time she does something. It's not gonna be something until she really loses it on the court on somebody, and then the league gonna step in. She should have sent a warning. First of all, she should have got suspended. If any NBA player criticized in the media referees or any NFL player or whatever sports, they get fined off the button, off the muscle. Why would she allow to approach a referee on air and criticize them and curse them out? And nothing's done. And then she's on the sideline talking, whether she's talking to the referee or Caitlin Clark, it don't matter. Something should be done about it. Point blank. Period. But I'm gonna just let y'all think, let that sink in your head, is how much the WNBA is allowing these players to get away with stuff when it comes to Caitlin Clark. I ain't a Brittney Griner fan. I don't care for her too much at all. Her extending her elbow, knocking Caitlin in her face, then cursing her out on the sideline because you 6'9" and you don't know how to move on the court, but you have to do dirty plays, and then when you get called for a foul, you get mad and then you cursing. It's sad, man. But like I said, I wasn't going to do this topic, but I needed to get it off my chest. And when something's bothering me a little bit more, I have to now I have to get it out. And I can't sit back and just watch this stuff happen, man. I'm not a fan of it. I'm a fan of Caitlyn and the Fever and the Fever players and the coach. I don't like what's going on with them. I don't like how they starting out the season treating Caitlyn, roughing up Caitlyn, trying to rough up the players on the team, making bad calls. All of a sudden, Atlanta trying to be this tough team now. Ryan Howard trying to be this tough girl, trying to play defense, trying to toughen up on somebody. Come on, man. You know you can't hold Caitlyn. Brittney Griner still playing dirty. Come on. That's not basketball, man. And then the same thing. It's not even just Brittney Griner. It's DJ Carrington too. They allow DJ Carrington to continue to do the same stuff that is going on. They got dirty players in the league that's targeting certain players, and it shouldn't be going on. It shouldn't be going on. DJ Carrington ranking another player in their eye, and she's not getting fined about it. Brittney Griner cursing out referees, cursing on air, doing whatever, elbowing people in their face, and nothing's being done about it. Until these players get seriously injured, then the league gonna be looking crazy. I don't wish bad. I just don't. I don't like to wish bad on anything, on anybody. But I really wish players like Brittney Griner, players like DJ Carrington, go away. Just go away. They bad for anything. If you want, Brittney Griner should go box. That's what she need to do. She need to go box. She need to go in UFC, whatever the case may be, because apparently she's bored with the WNBA. She's bored. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about it. I know what I think about it. I don't like it. I'm despised of it. And you should not be calling a player in the league a effing white girl because you pissed off. I don't even care if she did say white call. I'm taking it as she said effing white girl. So therefore, and she shouldn't be saying neither on air, rather if what it is. The league needs to put a handle on it. But Kathy Ingeberg is too scared. She's too shaking in her boots to do anything. That's just how I view the NBA when it comes to Adam Silver, because he's weak. I view Kathy Ingeberg the same way. She's weaker. Matter of fact, she's the weakest link. They don't have no backbone, no stamina to stand up against players who are doing harm to their own league. As much as we get on Roger Goodell, but Roger Goodell knows how to deal with stuff. In the Major League Baseball, they suspend people for breaking rules. So I'm gonna leave it right there. This is your Sunday Stroll, Live Wire Sports Media, another episode. You know what it is, and you know why? Because if you don't know, now you know.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live Wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.